I do believe in the power of prayer, so I prayed for Paris. And the first thing I wanted to post was I saw other people posting praying for Paris, so sad, things like that. But I thought about it and I couldn't because I realized that that statement is conjugated in the present tense, which means that if you're actually doing that, what you're doing is you're basically like, so just to be clear, I am not criticizing the praying for Paris, just the conjugation of verbs. I think the problem that we got into on Facebook is we kind of misunderstood what Facebook is. Because like overnight, everyone was treating it like it was this temple, right? Because grief is a sacred thing, and everyone was treating it like it was this sacred space. And Facebook is not a temple. We will do things on Facebook that we would never do in person. For instance, if I saw a person praying and they were crying, I wouldn't go up to them and be like, hey, yeah, who are you praying for? Yeah, you see, you're praying racist. Do you want a tissue? Okay, yeah. You would like it, it's white. I would never do that in person. I might do it on Facebook though, and I was thinking about doing it. But then I saw other people doing stuff that I also would never do in person. There was the atheist people going around, and they were just like, hey. You know that doesn't work, right? So yeah, there's lots of stuff that I would never do in person, but I was thinking about doing it on Facebook, and I was going to. I thought, you know, it's really unfortunate that there wasn't this response for this bombing in Beirut or the bombing in Kenya. Yeah, that really bothers me, and I was going to do it. I was going to like say what I felt, but then all these people started saying this word that I never heard before, grief shaming. So all these people were like, oh, you got to stop grief shaming the people who are only praying for the French people. You can't grief shame. And I was like, oh shit, okay. Okay. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, the people who are saying those things, they're also grieving. They're just grieving for other communities, mostly communities of color, that didn't get the similar response. So, aren't you just racist grief shaming the grief shamers? And I was like, yeah, they are. And then I was like, that's my post. Start the hashtag, stop the racist grief shaming of the grief shamers. I thought, yeah, that's going to do it. And then I wrote it out, wrote the whole thing out. And I was like, what am I doing? This is ridiculous. And you know what? I've been trying to write this post for like a day and a half. And it pains me to do this. I'm really not this guy, but you know what? I'm like 3 seconds away from just posting a Bob Marley song. Facebook is not a temple. Facebook is much more like a shopping mall. Like that's why Facebook exists. That's how it runs, is it sells things to us through the advertisements. But that's the weird thing, is that Facebook in these moments turns our grief into a product, right? I feel like over the weekend, prayer became a product. And I frankly just wanted to leave the mall. I was just like, I just want out of this thing. And just as I was about to go out the door, I think this happened to a lot of people, the PA system in the mall came on and it's just like, hello, this is a message for Sean Devlin. We'd just like you to know that one of your distant uncles is standing in front of the Nike store saying some really racist stuff. please just tell me he's not using a caps lock. And he's using a caps lock. Everything is capitalized. And there's a bit of a crowd gathering. Okay. So basically, you know, those people are saying, close the borders, let's drop some bombs. And I just, you know, tried to explain some of the complexity of the situation, right? You realize we're involved in bombing missions in the Middle East, and that sometimes our bombs actually contribute to killing innocent civilians. You know, we drop bombs in towns where there was also music in the streets. You know that those people have culture too. Those are our bombs. And when I go to the corner store to buy a Snickers bar, I'm paying for that. So yeah, I think we have a certain responsibility to like act on this. And he's like, well, only takes one. Only takes one to get in. Okay, so yeah, no, I understand you're scared right now, but like let's talk about it rationally. You think one person might get in, there might be an attack like there's in Paris. Just to put that in perspective, every year in Canada, drunk drivers kill about 1,400, 1,500 people. We still have parking lots attached to bars. I don't know why we're not acting on that. Maybe we should put a border up between the bar and the parking lot. And it's just like, that would never happen. And I'm just like, Bob Marley, thank you.